Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso and the battle. Well, it's the holidays. So Christmas is ready for the corner. I have some mystery gifts that I found on eBay I can open on Christmas. Uh, One cool thing is there's snow outside. So we have snow for Christmas. Hopefully it won't melt so fast. Because snow, when it snows, it feels like Christmas time. So that's one cool thing. And then there's other cool thing is I got light in my room. So I do like to draw and do make art. But like I said, you got to feel art and, you know, the motivation that I got back home from my hometown is not so great. No disrespect to my hometown or anybody. I don't disrespect the law, but I feel the reason why we have lawyers in America, the law is not always right. That's why you have a lawyer. And it's nothing against the law. I think it's, you know, I don't know. I want to just keep going forward. I'm 40 years old. People made fun of me. I'm used to it. People bully me. I'm used to it. You know, I guess I'm still trying to get you being a veteran, getting used to being a veteran because I feel people try to help, but sometimes the way people act doesn't make any sense, or the way people treat me doesn't make any sense. Because I don't know. It's the holidays, so I wanted to make goofy videos, man. You guys, I didn't realize life was so serious because life's supposed to be something to enjoy, right? Where, I don't know, I don't pick on people. I feel like I was trying to joke around with my videos, like, to whatever. People, I guess, everybody gets screwed over in the world, no matter who you are. And it just don't make any sense. You know, if you're a good guy or a bad guy, somehow your life still gets screwed under. So, and being a good guy is like confusing to me because I felt like I listened to the teachers in schools and I'm nice to the students in school. As to the internet, it's an educational tool, right? The computer is an education tool. The internet is an education tool. So you all went in a totally different direction of the internet world. Because I don't know. You know, I feel like the only reason, I don't know, how simple life can be is how simple it was being a caveman. You know, you live or die. As a caveman, you eat your food. It was simple. Now, we're all so deep into more bullshit of why are we here on planet Earth, but I highly doubt we're here as life in outer space to destroy ourselves and say fuck it. Because, you know, like I said, when I searched my country, travel around the world, I don't know. There's a lot of stress we put on ourselves. And yeah, I can't view the world like everybody because that's, you know, when I travel to the world serving my country, not everybody's bad. And countries, there's only a few people in the world that I don't get what the hell is the problem. So hopefully by now people know that we're all human beings. So if you really think about it and do the math, if we're all human beings that lived on this planet this long, by now we should be able to get along with each other. We're the only species on this planet that somehow come up for a reason to have a conflict with each other as people. You know, eventually tigers are just tigers and lions are just lions. You know, they're just living their lives as a wild animal outside. But I feel like they have less conflict with each other as the wilderness and the wildness as being in the jungle as animals than we do as we are all human beings online. So as I go on further in life, wondering what's wrong with everybody, I feel that the only reason why people hate on each other is it over money? Everybody wants to scam each other just to rob each other and steal from each other. Is that the world I have to be visualized? But then I travel the world. I don't feel like not everybody's mean to me. I don't feel like everybody's mean to me. But I feel like an outcast, you know. And people say, well, being an outcast is something not good, but at least I try to do my own thing. I think we live in a world where everybody's always doing something like everybody else is doing, or whatever. Oh, you know what I mean. We don't have a mind of our own. You know, yeah, maybe I don't dress like everybody wants me to on the streets. I don't understand that in the 21st century, as we had the 80s and the 60s and 70s, and apparently they didn't care about clothes in the 60s because they're all flying around. You got to be a little bit later. You flying around, can't have weight to you. That's why everybody was actually chilled out with the word nudity in the 60s. But I feel even further back in past, people were comfortable with nudity. As the Renaissance, as to, I feel like that's what they were fighting about, was art. And math, science. I don't know if we keep from each other from learning. And so since you don't know much, it's okay to treat you this way because you're not smart enough to know more. Or how the world works, I don't understand. Because since I came back home from war, I don't understand. It seems like everybody just want to keep taking from me back home and steal from me. I know you know, I don't feel like I'm a professional collectible guy or what license you to be a professional. I just do my research before I collect. So I know my stuff. I feel like most of my stuff are real. And my Beirut baseball cards are worth a lot of money. So I just feel like over the years, a few people watched my YouTube videos and got jealous of me and saying, you're not going further in life because that's how the world works as television and anything. You always talk bad about something, and I feel like the only reason why people screw celebrities' lives over is because you all know that they have money. And then the messed up part is, I felt like I was trying to make an anti-bullying YouTube channel kind of thing, but had some comedy in it. Trying to make some people giggles. Like I try to put giggles in the world. But how hard is it for people to stand up for each other? You know, there'll be fewer people in jail than people to stand up for each other. You know, to I feel like all we do is always talking bad about somebody on television. And what type of entertainment as all we do is talk bad about somebody on television? I thought we overcame that as we go further. I say in the future, but I feel like me and time has a difficulty with each other because I don't accept the time on this planet. If giant turtles can live up to 200 years, and I guess how many human beings got up to 200 years? Probably maybe one person that was in Guinness World Record. And how simple it is. But it seems like that's what it is. Everybody is always, we forget to give. All we do is take from each other. And so far, I feel like everybody's trying to take everything away from me. Yeah, I have a disability. It's just combat PTSD. I'm stressed out back from war. I feel like every soldier will be stressed from war. What do you think? Think about it. There was a hair on I was getting on my nerves when I'm looking at myself when I've streamed through the world of the Matrix. But as I said, you know, I'm a soldier after 9/11. I could have went to college and I don't know what I would have done, but I would have done something with my life if I didn't go in the military. I served my country, and the hair's still there. And I'm there. But I did something with my life. And that's a cool thing. But in the world we live in, you know, you could be an outstanding citizen or an outstanding person or an outstanding worker, an outstanding something. But you don't look at each other like that. I feel like everybody's got to up each other on the streets because you somehow put that there in our sense, in our generation, and our way I don't understand though. You know, I'm an artist. I try to sing. You know, I don't know how hard chess is, but I feel like I got the idea of chess and how the game goes. I know I could draw really good, but it's all practice. I started out going through some kind of art. I was getting better at art every day. It's like when I was working out on the wrestling team. I was picking up heavier weights every time we go to the gym. So when I started with the 20s and curls, 25s, and I went to 30s, and I got to 40s and the 45s, and I got 50s right there. It's the same thing with doing art. So I got light in my room, and that's the start. But you also need space for art and a good working spot. And this table is not so great doing art on. It's only good for holding a laptop. And then everybody's, is that all people do on the internet, is on each other like that all the time? Because even more because you know how to push buttons on a computer. So, in a way, I'm still, I don't know. You can't worry about what other people think about you, because if you really think about it, how many people are there in the world? So, say one person in your life thinks you're a good person and a great person in life. That's all you need in really, if you think about it. You know, have a good friend, a good family member, parents. You don't, if the whole world thinks you're not a good person or you're not cool enough to be online or whatever, that's too much math and too much effort to worry about what everybody's thinking about you all the time. It's what you think about yourself as a person. And I feel like I'm just a goofy guy trying to use the internet and trying to use the computer while uptight motherfuckers on my computers. And if you take my language, my generation of how people talk in the world, then like I said, the only reason why people are hating on each other is everybody wants to take from each other all around the world and rob each other. And that's the only reason why we have to watch 1% violence in the world and why people hurt each other. And it's something simple as to, I can't believe people are mean to each other. And as Michael Commiso, if anybody takes me the wrong way, I just feel like people are trying to take the property. You know, I have to pay for a program, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I just got combat PTSD from war. Who wouldn't? If you ever watched 9/11, that was fucked up to watch. Anybody in the whole world. So, to go to war, I feel like, a difficult thing to do, but it's accomplishment. That's serving your country. You know, I feel like when I was on the wrestling team, see, there's all different type of sports, but the wrestling team, you got to prove if you're tough enough to wrestle on the mat. I don't know that, I was so proud of myself that I was winning a whole lot on the wrestling team. I still was trying to figure out how I got on the wrestling team. So I just said, hey, you want to be on the wrestling team? I said, okay. And there were times where I felt happy with the team and we was getting along with each other and everything was coming together. And then slowly, as the years went by, the team's starting to break up. The wrestlers that used to wrestle with are disappeared to the next year. And with me, with the goofy glasses, and I don't know, I'm not really that tall. I mean, I'm 5 something. And everybody thought, well, this guy is not tough enough. So on top of trying to get A's and B's in the classrooms, I felt like I had to stand up for myself because people think I wasn't tough enough to be on the wrestling team. And, you know, Commiso zoned out in the hallways. Just yeah, over the times, I really didn't know why people fight in the hallways in school and what the heck they were arguing about. Because I was the kid zoned out in the hallways before I got to the class. I had to zone out before I got to the classroom.
Don't you feel good moves?
So, yeah, I just feel like that people just want to keep taking from me as a veteran back home. And, you know, I earned. I don't know why people give veterans a hard time because they get benefits. That's like you give the president a hard time, but we all voted for the president, but we so I don't know because you all discovered that I must have said I was a veteran on YouTube for years by now. But it was hopefully by now they will figure it out. So I have to figure out how to be Commiso again. I feel like I beat myself up, and while you all beat the crap out of me, I still stood back up and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I don't know how tough you have to be as a veteran back home. I feel like I'm a responsible person and I take on whatever and everything. The world, I take on the real world as it's going to be Michael Commiso. While he has anxiety and panic attacks because around people, because Commiso don't understand people. And I served my country. I went to war. You all saw what happened at war on YouTube. So if everybody questions a veteran, is that all people do is questions? I have to prove a question the veteran and, oh, wow, how much you did at war. Wow, you got to do a whole lot at war to be an American hero. Just going to war is a hard thing to do, and it's an honorable and serving our country. So I don't know how my father's boys know it, but apparently my hometown law is picking on me. And yes, I get it. Oh, he just go and run into his mommy and daddy and complain about things. Compared to, I don't know if it ever explored the internet. It was like that's all people do is complain about everything, They complain about complaining everything. But I learned in the military, you can't stand around in the military and expect things to get done. Yes, I understood the higher up rank in the military. But how simple life really is to, man, I miss traveling the world. And it seems like I serve my country to protect American freedom as my battle buddies and myself and as American heroes. For everybody to sit there and take my freedom away from me. So I could prove that I'm artist. I feel like everybody's keep messing up my art tools as my computer and internet on purpose, because you know I can make really cool art. So why do I feel like I have to make YouTube videos like this? Because I'm not sure. So we all have to talk it out in a circle around the world and let out feelings so we all can chill on this planet. That's cool. But, you know, I'm 40 years old. I don't know how long it can be in that circle and trying to figure out shit, trying to fix things. Where I feel like life has been on this planet long enough to understand there's life on this planet. So I want to go forward, but everybody's right there like a stop sign preventing me. And oh, that's just an excuse. No, it's not. You know, I can stand there and keep getting beat up by someone. Over time, I'm just going to get mad and punch him in the face. So I said, I better get off this wrestling team for, no, I, I just felt like I was, I told the whole school that I was going to the military after high school, and I had to prepare for myself to go in the military after high school. And then on top of that, I was getting hurt a lot on the wrestling team because they really was trying to slam me down on the mat and beat me up. So I felt bad when I was losing for the wrestling team. So I said, I better take a break. And I guess it was my senior year. I guess I don't know if they was going to make me a captain the senior year, but I apologize to the class of 2004 that I didn't wrestle my senior year. It felt like I had to get that out on the holidays. You know how fast holidays go by and everybody's... I took sociology, and that's China. Even when I took sociology, it was a college course when I was stationed in Germany on Freiburg's base. But I still don't understand it. So I'm an animal person. I like petting my kitty cat. And my kitty cat understands me. As to everybody act like I took care of kitty cats when I was a kid. No, your parents took care of the kitty cat. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well taking care of my kitty cat. As my kitty cat, you know, always if we had some kind of misunderstanding between each other as me and the kitty cat, my kitty cat still comes back and try to be my friend. And that's what's wrong with the world. When you in the big, see, the cat keeps coming back, and that feels good because the cat keeps trying to be your friend. So this cat must be super smart if the cat knows the meaning of life. I didn't say everybody come to the house and trying to ask my cat what the meaning of life is to everybody. It might be different for everybody else. So, damn, dude, how hard it is to be a damn person on planet Earth. It shouldn't be that hard. People could drive around, walk around, ride a bicycle, jog, exercise, lift weights, sports, video games, TV, internet, money, food, medicine, friends, family. You got oceans, water, oxygen, food, land. So, and we also got Disney World, Disneyland, Six Flags, movie theaters, stores, collectibles, baseball, castles, cool-ass buildings all around the world, art, life. I feel like that movie. We got all this entertainment in the world. We can travel all around the world and protect ourselves and be safe as I feel like people should as neighbors. I guess that's what the meaning of being neighborly. Neighbors. We all live on the same street, so what's everybody's problems? So where, shit, one day we'd be able to build a real spaceship to fly all around the world. And outer space. And all around in outer space. But damn. Feels like when you watch Back to the Future, it took a whole lot of energy in the beginning to go back in time. But as time and future goes forward, it doesn't take that much energy to go back in time. So, as there's no gravity in outer space, I think you're leaving out that math. There's gravity. As the black holes, that's why there's a vacuum effect. The black holes has the vacuum effect, and we're just all floating around in the vacuum cleaner in outer space. There's no gravity. And it seems like no matter how fast you go in outer space, you're never going to get where you need to be because how huge outer space would be. So I saw Star Trek and Star Wars, and it seems like you need light speed to go fast. So I don't think it will take that much effort to pick up speed in outer space. But then you got to realize the faster you go, the faster you can ram into something. We all know that when you drive cars on planet Earth. The faster you go, the faster you got to be more aware of your surroundings and know what to do as faster, slow down or stop. So the same thing, traveling fast in outer space. But this time it's light speed. So your spaceship should be able to GPS outer space faster than you traveling, so you can pick up the information and know when to slow down. But how far do we have to go? And what are we looking for in outer space? Seems like we're all looking for life. Yeah. But we got life on this planet, and there's a lot of cool things we did. That's why I want to go to Italy. I know I could take good pictures. I know I could take that picture of that 16 chapter. That's the whole thing. Not that, I don't see, as we all take each other the wrong way, for some reason I feel like people go out of the way and take me the wrong way on purpose since I came back home as a veteran. Yes. I guess people notice that I have no social skills. Socialize with my battle buddies. And they taught me some communications skills in the military. But I still feel like I have to work on my social skills. Nothing against my battle buddies. My battle buddies felt like they was like my kitty cat. They always keep coming back to me. If my jokes wasn't good at some club or bar, I tore off my shirt at the club and never felt like everybody didn't understand. That was not part of the song. But I was trying to do my own thing. So, my battle buddies taught me how to play pool. My battle buddies taught me how to play darts. My battle buddies taught me how to take a shot, a Jaeger bomb, and drink a beer at the club. My battle buddies trained me how to talk to the ladies at the club. Well, yeah. Well, I'm 40 single still. But I'm trying to figure out what everybody wants from me back home, because all I do is try, and I feel like I'm in outer space. No matter how I keep on trying, I'm still in the same spot in outer space. I guess that'd be relativity. No matter how you go light speed in outer space, but how huge outer space, you would never get where you want to be. And then damn, back in the day, we all had to learn how to read the map. And how now we all got GPS and nobody knows how to read a map. Imagine getting lost in outer space, how huge outer space is. So, that's, maybe I was bored in school. Now I appreciate the teachers and the coaches and the students. But I don't know. I'm not saying I'm smarter than everyone. But few people I felt like people made me felt like I was slow and stupid. Maybe because I was a special education class. But I guess we all make each other feel that way. Because you could be the smartest guy in the world, but somehow people still make that guy feel stupid. Or slow, or not good enough. You're not perfect. So maybe that's why few people, overachievers, they achieve. No, we have some, yeah, you got few years on this planet. It's not life's so short, but you got a lot of years to where you was a kid and to you as an adult to how much accomplishment does each person has to really accomplish to make yourself happy or everybody or your people pleaser? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm a people pleaser, but when you know that you can figure out the answer and people don't think you can, we're not going to get far on this planet by bullying each other and hating on each other and disrespecting each other to. I feel like we know what the word respect is. I feel like we know what friendship and a better understanding of each other. And but I wanted to go. I feel like that was the stuff that was going on in the high school, the hallways. So I don't know what people think of me. When I was in school, I didn't know what my battle buddy thought of me. But I kept my battle buddies happy. And my battle buddies kept me happy. That's how simple it is. Yeah. Commiso didn't get the girl at the club or the bar. But I was just happy partying with my battle buddies, and I got to party in Germany, in Frankfurt. And Frankfurt is basically the capital, was the city of Germany, and that's a real cool thing. How many people could say they got to party in Germany in their lifetime? How many people could say they party in London in their lifetime? I got to see Shakira in concert actually in real Spain. With real Spanish people. I went to a whole of Switzerland, Austria, Amsterdam. I went to England. I saw the Buckingham Palace, Big Ben. Took pictures of it on my Facebook. And now cameras are way better now. So I'm always like, man, it'd be cool to go back to the places that I took pictures of when I served my country, because now I know I really can take an even better picture of the Big Ben, because I was training myself and took online courses to where technology, as long as you know how to work your camera, it's not, you got to see the image, I guess. You got to be a little at least a little bit of an artist to take pictures nowadays, but I know I can take really cool pictures with the lighting. Now I know how to take pictures at night with the camera of the aperture and shutter speed. The aperture controls the light and shutter speed controls the speed of how fast you capture the picture of, say, somebody's throwing a baseball. So I don't get what everybody's talking about because, yeah, it sucks that people set you up and where people know what they want to watch. You know what's got the high ratings and everybody's happy about it. That's not how internet works for everybody on the internet. While everybody's on the site having a good time and everything's safe for them, people get scammed and hacked, and that computer, I won't get the same site as everybody else and get screwed over. So don't disrespect the law. It sucks that the law doesn't see that. So it's unfair because I'm a veteran and I feel like I am an overachiever. I want to be a better artist. I know I can. And I want to draw again. But everybody's on my case about everything, even how I walk down the street as a disabled combat veteran. I'm not dressing like you want me to dress. I'm not looking like what you want me to look as a veteran. And I'm an American citizen that served my country after 9/11. I should be able to dress the way the hell I want. So if people, that sucks though. We all know that we're human beings. We all know what it takes to be a good friend. We all know what it takes to be a good brother or sister or family member or whatever. But we always go in a different direction. Because, yeah, unless we all bad comedians and don't understand our jokes in the world and beating each other up on the streets, then we gotta work on our jokes then, I guess. But I think it's simple. Seems like everybody wants to rob each other. Nobody wants to earn their own money. Nobody wants to earn their own way. I earned my medal on the wrestling team. I earned my medals in the military. I didn't go around begging people. I still don't know what the heck. Well, I get the idea of the medal, but you know what I mean. I didn't join the military for medal. I went in the military. It felt like a really cool thing to do to serve your country. And I felt like I had to do something to help after 9/11. Maybe that's what, when I was sitting there watching 9/11 in high school on the cafeteria TV, there was nobody around in school. I saw a few people running down the hallways, but I just sat there. At first, I thought it was a movie. I said, finally, the school lightened up a little and put a movie on. Then I realized it was the news. Could be the reason why I don't like watching news. I watched the whole 9/11, and I was just so, I don't even realize I left the school. That's how shocked I was when I saw it. So that's why it sucks that people accept the 1% violence on television and it's okay to watch and everybody be okay with it. But it's not. We're all stressed over it over it. It's not cool to watch. If people like it or not, we all have a heart and care about each other if you like it or not. No matter how tough you are acting like whatever, but you gotta have an image on the street. That's why he says streets. You gotta have an image on the street. That's too, I don't know. I want to be 19 years old again, serving my country, hanging with my battle buddies, and don't know where we're going because I've never been there before in my whole life. I've never been in Spain in my whole life. So when I served my country, went to Spain, I was like, cool. I was the poor guy in America and served my country, and got to see Shakira in concert with me. And everybody was speaking Spanish. So there wasn't I don't think Shakira was singing in English. She was singing in Spanish. But the cool part was not the auditorium, the stadium was built back in some kind of time where I didn't know. It was an old stadium where there was no roof. So when Shakira it was cool because it was outside and it was in like what they have in Rome when they watch the gladiators fall, the cathedral, or what they call that thing. But it's cool that, well, how things survive in history as the castles, buildings in history and things. That's why I like collecting things on eBay. Yeah, it's cool to find something and say, yeah, man. But it'd just be cool to hold something like to hold a Babe Ruth baseball card from the 1930s or the 1800s and say, damn, man, I was born in the 80s. This 2025. How old this thing is what this card went through history, traveling all through mail and person to person. The baseball card got Commiso. So it's like a Indiana Jones adventure without all while you're chasing you with guns and knives. You just go on eBay. But it's also cool to travel and get souvenirs from all the different countries. Just because a few people feel that the world should be mean to each other doesn't mean we should be. Just because they want to have a hard day today to be mean to each other, but doesn't mean I have to. I was buying PlayStation games. You all think I play video games every day, but I'm distracted of the real world. I really hardly get to buy. I finally got a PlayStation 5, and I really didn't play a lot of games on PlayStation 5. PlayStation's my system. I didn't play a lot of Xbox, but I feel like one day I'll play all the game systems. But everybody's so hard on me. So hopefully you're not hard on my battle buddies. If people actually really get to know me, I'm really a decent person. I do try to help the best that I can, and I do care about people, and I cry too. That's Commiso. It's okay. In the whole world, everybody should be able to cry on the internet. We are human beings, and this is the 21st century. You already went through the 80s and the 70s. By now, everybody should be able to cry. But, I don't know, do we all beat the crap out of each other somehow? I don't understand. Why you want to pick on me? I was trained in the military. Yeah, it's like I'm back on the wrestling team, and everybody wants to wrestle me because they don't think I'm tough enough to wrestle. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm trying to do art. I was trying to make, I don't know much about the acting. Well, I feel like I watch cool movies, and I understand you got to remember your line at the time when they film it. And you have to have some feelings in the line. If you have no feelings in your line, you're not an actor. So I feel like over the years, I put myself out there. If you really think about it, as a shy, quiet kid in school, and being goofy all the time, you know, People laugh at you. People make fun of you in this type of world. They don't know that people are laughing with you. But I feel like I don't care if anybody ever watched my YouTube video. I'm 40 years old. I'm just upset that, damn man, I should have kept, I should be further in life. I should have my own little studio where I can make my art. I got the colors. I know I'm actually pretty good at picking colors out. If you let me. So that's a good sign as an artist. And I could draw exactly what I see. That's another good type of artist. I could draw Britney Spears. I could draw all the, but I'm stressed out. Yeah, coming back home from war, trying to settle in back home as a veteran. I don't know where all the parties at. I don't know where they're hanging out at. That's why I got family and friends. But it seems like everybody picked on me, and now you all act like I'm some awkward person to hang with. But really, I'm a simple person to hang with. I'm just a goofy guy, and I'm stressed out. You know, over the years, the wrestling team stressed me out still. Well, you know, we're thinking about the military. That was stressing me out. You know, all the stuff they put me through stressing me out. But I'm not a stressful person. You know, I was trying to, you know what I did? I was trying to go out Guinness World Record. That's how, I was trying to put all these paper clips together and see how far I went down the street with the paper clips all connected together. And I almost got all the way down to the dollar store where I live. That's how simple. For some reason, I put a rubber band ball together. It was like this freaking thing. Yeah, my brother helped out a little bit on there, but I felt like somehow I got it that big. But I got, first maybe was people decided not to, because when you're kids, you play with each other because that's what they tell you. Go outside, play, kids, go play, go play. And you say, we're kids, well, I don't give a shit, we go fucking play, go have a good time. But as when you grow up as a teenager, I'm a teenager, we were trying to connect to little, or I don't know if I was a teenager yet, but I was getting close to that. But I collected all the paper clips and I got it all right down. But the only thing, don't get the paper clips tangled. That was the part. Well, I got it close, I was like, man, that was an accomplishment. I don't think it was a Guinness World Record. Because I don't know if that was even a thing they did or whatever. But I always feel like every time I come up with an idea, it's already out. I said, I don't watch a lot of internet. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch movies. I feel like I watch movies over and over again. I know I'm not like everybody else. See everything, everything, and I'm not updated. Everybody's updated of seeing everything online. I'm not. Because I was the kid trying to take a paperclip and see how long I could go down the street. So maybe I didn't really fit in at school. Yeah, I felt like people liked me a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't get invited to a lot of parties in school. After school, it was wrestling, homework, and whatever the kids on the weekends did around my area. I didn't go far and travel with two friends. But that's why I miss hanging with my battle buddies. They were strangers from all around the world. They didn't know Commiso. I don't know. I didn't know them. We didn't know if he was going to get along with Commiso or not in the barracks. But somehow, I felt like I did. Yes, there were times I was saying, oh, these soldiers, These battle buddies are cooler than me or whatever and everything, but I was just Commiso at war. And I'm not sure if I'm explaining it right. If there's any battle buddies want to fix some of the mistakes in my YouTube videos and say this is exactly what happened or how serious it really is. But I feel like I was just an American boy from American land that served his country and traveled around the world and met cool battle buddies and served my country. So, it's the holidays, it's Christmas. I try to be happy on the holidays because it's Christmas. I want to be happy on Christmas. It's how simple it is. Living on planet Earth. We have Christmas, man. We all can get Christmas gifts all around the world. And don't even have to question about where the hell the Christmas gifts came from. And be happy to open a Christmas gift and say, oh, it's a relief. We don't have to watch all this negative news, all this negative internet. It's Christmas time. It's time to be positive. And that's just little relief of in the world to be happy with each other and accept each other as people. That we all got something in common, and we all open Christmas gifts at our holidays. We get some kind of Christmas gift on some type of holiday. But we get to be happy that day, that season, that year, that month. That's why I like giving out Christmas gifts. Because it's cool to make somebody happy. Uh, I don't feel like I'm a selfish or greedy person. I'm the poor guy that traveled the world and got to learn my social skills in the barracks. So I felt like I met the right battle buddy. I met the right roommates at the time. So everything somehow came together when Commiso came to the barracks. I just realized the beer in the defect, not that's where you eat the PX. I just realized the beer at the PX were non-alcoholic beers, and somehow we were always still drunk. In the barracks, even with the non-alcoholic beer, doing some barrack things that soldiers do in barracks. I just realized, oh yeah. And we were also happy to get beer from the PX, go back to the room, watch whatever, and do whatever. But I just realized there were non-alcoholic drinks. But we were somehow still drunk in the barracks. That's how much fun it is to hang with Commiso. We didn't realize the beers were non-alcoholic hanging with Commiso. So I was like, how you have to get your equipment to go to training, and you gotta get your equipment to prepare to go to war. I feel like my battle boys had to help make sure Commiso's packed to the van. We gotta make sure Commiso comes to war with us. We gotta make sure he got. It's too sad to go to war without Commiso. I felt like I hit the spot. Oh, what my battle body's thinking. They say, imagine if Commiso wasn't at war with us, how sad it would have been. Because Commiso's always doing something. So whatever, I don't get this angry faces. I don't get this angry situations. I don't understand the angry people. I don't understand angriness. Because I try not to be angry, so I want to upset people. But it seems like all people do is just keep poking at me. I was on the wrestling team and everybody kept poking at me and poking at me and everything. Listen, you know, there's times where it's good to get poked and there's times when not. So, but I don't feel like we should go down the path of being angry with each other all the time and stressed out because we'll never accomplish anything and we'll never be any further. But damn, man, we got this far in life, but we're going to screw it up now as people on planet Earth. That don't make any sense to me. So, it's the Christmas time. So, I want to be happy. I think that's why I like lights and shiny things. I mean, a simple boy from America that likes Christmas time and the snow. I don't even mind when it's Christmas. I don't even mind the cold. I don't even realize it's cold out. It's just Christmas time. So that's all I wanted to say. I can't keep competing on this soap opera. Why next time I have to get upset or you gotta get upset next time. Where I'm like, well, I don't want to get upset next time. I just wanted to play video games and try to draw something. I got the light now. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I'm just trying to go take one day at a time. But with the internet, there's no one day at a time. You click one button and the lifetime was already went past on the internet and don't even realize what year it is. That's going through time through the internet. That's why I'm 40. And my battle boy is saying, how the hell Commiso 40 already? They didn't tell me when I was in the military why. Or how. So, this is a disabled combat battalion captain. I'm Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies all on. And I hope everybody have a good holiday, Christmas, and hey, angry people, and stop trying to be mean or mean people. Was it angry or angry people? Mean or mean people? Can you stop being mean for at least a day or so? Where we get out? Very chill. I don't think life's that serious to be mean to each other. Yeah. Alright. Well, hey. That's all, I guess, for today. Or from Michael Commiso. I was just. Everybody say, where's the Pokemon store? Well, okay, fine. I will open one Pokemon card. I watch all these Pokemon selector YouTube. You know, the people, man, they collect so much Pokemon cards at one time. I say, I'm trying. I got one to protect it. So I'm trying to drag it out. You know, I can't show all about one. I got this one. I said, where the hell you get all this money to get all these Pokemon cards? So yeah, life's not that damn hard if everybody can get thousands of Pokemon cards for Christmas. Well, back in my day, there was only a few ones you had to collect and everything. That was even hard too to do. Everybody's like, well, it's about time. Take there's only one card. There you go. There's the energy card. Energy. This is the motivation you give to your Pokemon card when in battle. They give them an energy card. I wish there was energy card for veterans. So we get some motivation. You call this motivation? It's called like you're just picking on me and calling me a name and trying to take money from me. And I'm like, well, I don't know if this is clue and trying to figure out who did what, but I'm just trying to live my life to the fullest of how shall I live my life as Commiso. Right? Yeah, just still had energy. Oh, I wonder if you always, when you see the other, it's funny, when you see the other Pokemon card openers, they get some pack, I can't say the word, the speech, they get some cool ass cards they show on there. It's like, I get the same ones. Well, that one looks different. Well, that one looks different, man. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. Well, I saw that one before. Well, I'm not sure. I recognize some of the Pokemons from the newer ones, the older ones. I recognize all the older ones. The new ones are trying to figure out what they are. Hey, what's that? That's a Pokemon? That makes sense. That one makes sense. Imagine if uh, a game, making a Pokemon game with all the damn Pokemon. Man, you'd be lost in that game. That'd be fun though. You try to you have to capture all the Pokemon since day one to 1995. Said it's going to be 2026. You got to capture them. You can't think about it. You just got to do it. You can't think about it. You got to just do it. You know, when you collect Pokemon cards, you can't stop. And I'm compared to people buying, there's people buying thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards. I'm trying to keep up. One cool thing about Pokemon cards, they're pretty colorful cards, don't you think? And each card is a different color. You gotta give credit to the Pokemon cards. They're kind of it's addictive to keep clicking. I gotta keep going. Advice. I'm still trying to find the first edition one. So I can complete the first edition. But they're hard to get, and they kind of get expensive because they know what they're worth. Well, the horse seat. You have to have a horse seat. Back in the day, they didn't have cars. They might have cars now in Pokemon, but back in the day, they didn't have cars. Well, I knew it. Sorry, I knew that was coming. Oh, this is what I saw. I knew it. Well, at least I got the eye of knowing I don't have the card. Card, do I? Oh, what's that? That's just, oh, that's an old card. I'm collecting the one with the Pikachu right there. That looks like the one I might need. Well, I'm so glad we had this time together, and hopefully we'll have some more time together down the line in the future. If not, well, I know it'll be a movie. I'm the only guy left on this planet that makes YouTube videos. Nobody sees me in the world, but somehow the Commiso still makes YouTube. There's nobody around to see his YouTube videos, but Commiso's still making YouTube videos. Well, this is your disabled combat veteran astronaut, Michael Commiso in the Battle Voice Online. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and the other holidays after that.